All right. Hi, everyone. This is Janie. Welcome to our team meeting. And, I have too many things I want to talk about today, but um, last Saturday, I just want to know, were you guys able to go and see the live meeting that IsaLife
I don't even
hosted?
know how to get out of it now.
Yes, I was there. It was excellent.
It was amazing.
I was talking to Kathy earlier, and I just said, toward the end, I was just getting so emotional, and I'm like, why am I getting so emotional? I'm not an emotional gal, but it was just so good, and I've seen so many presentations, but this one I think was one of the best I've ever seen, and especially, you know, Michael did a really great job with the slides, and he literally gave us this presentation. And I loved that they went through each slide and they talked about them. Let me see. Let me mute all and then I'll. Okay. Okay. Right. Sorry. Because there's a little bit of background noise. So let me unmute you, Kathy. Okay. So you can unmute your line, Kathy, I think. But what I was saying, I really loved. It was no hype in the presentation, and the script was just so beautifully done. So I started thinking, oh my goodness, do we have now this presentation that we can all master, and we can listen to it over and over and over and again, and eventually we're going to become masters like them. And I was talking to Kathy, was it yesterday, Kathy? We were talking about that you attended the meeting, and I said, well, what did you like about it? So do you want to share a little bit about that, Kathy?
Absolutely. I have to say the entire presentation really gave a lot of great nuggets, and I will be watching it again. I really enjoyed Lynn and Michael, the presentation that Michael did. You can definitely see he put his heart and soul into that to make it a simple way to share things, and how they did it. It was beautifully done. And, we have those to also utilize. Kathy Savage, I loved her approach when she approaches people that she knows, that have expertise in certain fields, like a trainer, when she was explaining about the trainer, asking his opinion. Take a look at this. I am very passionate about this, and I'm giving that person great accolades about what he, how much he has accomplished, that I value your opinion. Let me know what you think. So that's a really great approach, especially when you're talking with people that you may be friends with, and say, hey, I just started something. Do me a favor, just take a look at this and let me know what you think. I've done that approach with friends, and they definitely will be more than happy to say, yeah, let me take a look and give their opinions, because I value your opinion, so I like that a lot. To me, that was really a great way of connecting with your acquaintances. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I know a lot of us are still new and we're getting comfortable with the presentation. So what Lynn is going to do on Thursday, she's basically, her and her husband are going to be doing the entire presentation for us. And I'm sure it will be recorded. So if you're talking to prospects, or you can send them that link. But what I would do, as a matter of fact, I was talking to a prospect today, and she called me, and I forgot I had called her. And she called me 2 days later. And then she said, I really like that you called, and, and I was able to hear your voice. So we're going to have this, amazing presentation that Lynn and Michael will be doing. And I think their intention is to do it every week. I'm not so sure, but I thought I heard that somewhere, but, don't mark my word yet, but I think that's what they said their intention was. But, and I'm sure they'll record it, but I would just come to that meeting Thursday. You want to come because you want to hear how they're doing it over and over and again. And then, and make sure you're inviting people. Invite people that are sitting on the fence. invite people that you love. I mean, you can even invite people that want to lose weight or just have more energy. I was the lady I was talking to today. She worked at a restaurant, and she was 60 years old. Can you imagine 60 years old and working at a restaurant? That's hard work. So, her thing was like, I'm tired and I'm 60 and I'm at this restaurant. I want to come home. And she needed energy, needed to lose weight. So we have solutions for people that we can help them. Um, so, um, so the name of the game, all day today and then tomorrow, Thursday until, what time is that? Is it 7 or 8 o'clock?
It's 8, no, it's 9 Eastern. 9
9 Eastern.
Eastern.
9 Eastern? Okay. So 9 Eastern, 8 o'clock Central my time. So I would just start texting all of your old leads. And I posted on inside our Facebook community group a little text that I just started sending. And I'm getting all this responses like, heck yeah, yes, yes, yes. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then instead of me giving them my website, I thought, wait a minute, I'm just gonna send them to Michael and Lynn, and I'm just gonna make them do all the work. Because I think sometimes, people want to see people. They like to see a live presentation. So that's what I've been doing. And Kathy, you want to talk about, you started doing that today as well, right? Did you get the same text I'm sending out to everyone?
Yes, yes. And I had over 120 responses from the leads that I have that have been in my system, prior to, and I still have the text messages going out, and I'm getting, replies. Majority is heck yes, and then I just replying back to them, inviting them to Thursday's, um, you know, um, opportunity webinar. And then what I'm going to do is on Thursday, I will send out a reminder text to them as well, to remind them. I did speak with a woman just a little while ago. She's in Vocal Point. She had answered an ad, and she saw the email because I did an email broadcast last night. And she said, I'm very interested. And we had a really great conversation. We talked a little bit about what our products do. We talked mostly about what her goals were, what she was looking for financially and health goals. We touched a little bit, very little on the compensation. I then directed her to my Isagenix website. We went through some of the packages and some of the products, and she was very impressed. And she said to me, do you mind if I look over your site? And I definitely will be on that call. She says, I just set a reminder in my phone, but you're more than welcome to even send me a reminder. I said, don't worry, I will, because that's I make sure that I do send out multiple reminders. She says, I'm very, very interested. So she said she's going to be on the call, and I'm going to remind her. But we had a nice conversation, and then she turned to me and said, gee, I took up all of your time, but I didn't even get started today. I apologize. I said, no, we had a wonderful conversation. Don't apologize. It was a pleasure speaking with you. I says, and I'm looking forward to working with you and helping you, so it's the matter of your tone and how you're talking with people and just sharing information, no pushing, I don't push anybody, but she asked questions and I answered them. And I even said to her, I said, I'm fairly new to this company, but I've been in the industry for over 8 years. I might not know some of the, questions to the product. I said, like the other day, I was talking with somebody, they asked me a question about, the product, and I went on a live chat with our corporate headquarters, asked the question, got my answer, and told her. She goes, wow, really? I said, yeah, that's the community that we have. And that's important when you're talking with people, that it's not something that they're going to be able to do alone, but they're going to have a huge community together. That's what I like. With all of the training, I loved that training this Saturday. I'm like speechless. You know, it was like amazing. And then they're getting set to do another one. I don't know if you all got the email, but October 17th, it's a Saturday. I think it's from 12 to 5, another academy. Just feeding us information. They want you to succeed. That's what it's all about. Success for everybody. You know, so I'm just in awe over everything. You know, I'm like I told you, we never experienced any of this prior to, you know,
I
so
know.
this is a
Yeah.
big treat for us and everybody else as well.
Yeah. And by the way, one of the things that I really loved toward the end when Michael and Lynn, they were talking about some of their challenges. You know, 'cause, I mean, you look at them, you know, and they're like millionaires in this company, and you're looking at them going, oh, you know, everything looked like it's so easy for them. But did you hear the part where Michael said, you know, he was excited about the company, then he bought a shake, and then he like, here, Mom, can you have this shake? And she was like, ew, you know, like, you know, and I'm like, what? It's like, and then he said he didn't have a lot of support from people from his family about the business. But instead of him saying, oh my goodness, nobody liked it, well, I guess maybe this isn't good, he is like, no. He's like, I know what I have here. This is great stuff. It's backed by scientists, you know, and I know the compensation plan. He'd studied it. He goes, this is going to be great, regardless of what people around him were saying. So, you know, I wonder, like some of the people that, you know, didn't join him when he first started, I bet they're looking at him going like, man, I should have joined him. I mean, can you imagine being at the top of Michael's organization when he first joined? Oh my goodness. That's so crazy. Kathleen, I don't know if you heard, but we're sending a text to all of our leads and our old leads. We're texting them. Did you see the text that I posted on the Facebook group?
Yes, I did. I
Okay,
like
good. Okay, good. Because I know you have probably a lot of leads as well,
yeah.
so you can
yeah.
start sending them. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Your face looks great.
Thank you.
Are you're losing weight and feeling energy?
Yep. And I found out I'm going to become a
Why
grandmother.
is my
too.
sound not working? Why does this do this?
Oh,
I have Zoom and I can't hear.
Hey, Deborah, can you mute
Kidding.
mine, please? Thank you.
I just, you know what else I just found out? I'm going to be a grandmother.
You're gonna be a grandma? Okay.
Yep.
Another like I'm gonna be like 90 years old till I become one. Are you excited? Look, Kathy. Look at Kathy. I can see a big smile. That's
Yeah, I'm
exciting.
excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When is the due date?
She doesn't know yet. It's Colleen.
That's exciting. So is she, I mean, like, oh my
She's
goodness.
happy. Yeah, she's happy.
So
That's
now we
important.
get to see it. Now you get to be posting baby pictures like Kathy.
I know. I know.
That's
Yeah.
exciting. Well,
She's like
congratulations.
she's 7 weeks, so we got a little while to go. But we'll find her.
You found out today?
After she told me today she's pregnant.
Oh my goodness. Wow. How exciting. Well,
too.
you know, it's so funny because like when you joined, you know, your kids were little. Now we get to see your grandbaby. It's like,
I
oh
know.
my God, you know?
No, but this is good because it motivates me. Now when I want to make real good income with Isagenics so I can babysit more. So I don't have to work my job. I can quit my job, and this will be my job. I can only work it part time, make full time income, and I can babysit all the time.
And this is why we do the business. You know, we start this business, we build it. So, you know, down the road, we can be able to do stuff that we love, you know, spend time with our grandchildren. And, you know, did you see the meeting last Saturday? Were you able to see some of it? I know you're a
Yeah.
busy mom and all that, but
I was able to see it.
I really enjoyed all the great nuggets, all these millionaires were giving us. And especially, you know, like I said, toward the end, my favorite was Lynn and Michael. They were just being real. I mean, they were talking about, hey, you know, this is what you need to succeed. You need duplication in your team. You know, you need to be in there with them, you know, in the trenches with them and showing them. how, you know, how do you get your tooth? And then they need to go in there and talk about your attitude, you know, because sometimes, you know, we're working the business, we go through ups and downs, and we all go through that, right? Even Michael and Lynn, they go through ups and downs, even at that level, they go through ups and downs, and they're like, hey, you know, just know it's just all part of the process, and you pick yourself back up and, you know, do whatever you need to do to get back, you know, back in the game, and just know that, you know, we're just starting this business. We've just been here for couple of months, you know, and we're just building it right now. So, and I was telling Kathy, I said, you know, when you look at them, it's like, that's going to be all of us, you know, in 8 years from now. And people are going to be looking at us going like, oh my gosh, look at those people. And we're going to say, yeah, but you should have seen us when we first started. We were all brand new. You know, we were all just babies in this, you know, in this industry, with this, in this company. And with, you know, this is all new to a lot of us. But and she also talked about, you know, duplication was really big for her. And she talked about like, how bad do you want it? I mean, she talked about her story, like there was a meeting that was really important, and she drove to the meeting an hour and a half, you know. Oh, is that Colleen?
No, that's Kaylee.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, that's not her. Okay. I'm sorry, I got distracted. You see, you put children or kids in back. I'm like, who's that? But I love Lynn's story. You know, it's like, I mean, you see her and she's super successful, but she had so many challenges when she came in. You know, she had to like was working, and then she had this important meeting, and she drove an hour and a half. And then she drove back an hour and a half. And the next day she went to work, didn't even call in sick, just showed up to work. But she said, it just, you know, she said, I really wanted this, and I was willing to do whatever I needed to do, you know, to make this business work. So, you know, yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, some of us come in and we have challenges, either, you know, we're going through crisis in our family, or, you know, but at least we know we're doing something about it. And we're developing ourselves. We got to get really good at our presentation. So when they were talking about, you got to master this presentation, I'm like, okay, it's like, that is so true. You know, I remember when I was, you know, I was in a wellness company many years ago. What I used to do, they had presentations, and I would get on those presentations,
Stop.
and I was just listening to them
Stop.
over and over. Hey,
No.
I think we hear. I thought she was muted. Sorry. I don't know why that happens. We just pull somebody out and then gets. But anyway, when I was with a wellness company many years ago, I used to go and listen to like top producers, like number ones of the company, and listen to those presentations over and over and over and again. Then eventually, you know, there was like nuggets. I would say, oh, I really like the way she said that, or I really like the way he said that. And then, so then I started listening to that. Then I started doing those presentations on my own. But having those presentations is just so important, to have. And she talked about, committing to doing the business no matter what, and show up and do the business. You know, even if you're having a bad day, obviously, you know, regroup, you know, whatever you need to do to get back on track. To me, it's listening to any of those training calls. I go to isagenicbusiness.com/call. Any of those calls. I mean, I just look through all of them, and I just pick a call, and all I do is listen to one of those calls, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's like you get back on track, and because sometimes, you know, I mean, you get prospects, you know, that were supposed to enroll, they didn't enroll, or stuff going on, maybe in your family or whatever. We just need to just stay in that zone, stay in our little bubble, like we always talk about. And she talked about setting momentum, and building the momentum, and it, you know, you want to get started, right? And then you want to continue going. And sometimes, you know, we're going to get challenges, and we try to, you know, we get distracted, but it's all about just staying focused. I know eventually we're all going to get there. And Kathy, you and I, we were talking about that Sunday night. We were like, we're all going to get there. We're all going to become very, very good at this. And, but we're very fortunate that this company is always innovating. We talked about innovation. They're always coming up. And I know they're coming up with some new products. I got a call from the corporate guy a few days ago, I think on Friday, and I asked him, hey, are you guys coming up with new products? And he said, oh, yes, but their intention is to grow the company and to help the field. And the holidays are coming around, and I know they're going to have some new shake drops. And I know everyone loves that, and it's just going to be incredible. I'm just so happy that we're all here. Let me see. Is David May? I thought I saw David. Is David here? Let me unmute hey, David, are you here? I wanted him, I shared he sent me a little audio clip. I don't know if he's here.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, I was just going to say thank you for letting me share your audio clip. Kelly just loved it. I mean, we all loved it. I mean, we could just hear your excitement on your voice.
Oh, that was an emotional moment for me. And I got even more excited. Yesterday, I was shopping at BJ's, which is like Sam's Club if y'all don't have BJ's. And they had their Levi 550s on sale for $7.99, which was a third of the price of the BJ's brand jeans. So I just did it. Now, granted, a year ago I was in a 44-32 jeans. I had been in a 42 probably for the last 6 months. I bought me a pair of 38-32, and I said, Lord, I'm taking these jeans home, and I'm gonna put them on, and they're gonna button. Today, I am wearing my 38-32 jeans for the first time since I was 31 years old.
Oh my
And
God.
it feels good.
That is so awesome.
It feels good.
It feels good. You feel like
So it is, I have to say it. I feel like $1 million, Janie. I can't even explain it. It's just unbelievable. And I tell you, when I can't get, of course, I'm sharing with everybody. I mean, a clerk at the Publix that I know, Dakota. I'm sharing with any and everybody, and it just kind of disappoints me when they can't catch the excitement. Now, Dakota did, and him and his wife are currently reviewing several things that I've sent them. But, it's just, I feel absolutely incredible.
Yeah. So you feel like you're 30.
And my goal is to help. Girl, I feel like I'm in my 20s. What you talking about, 30?
That's awesome. Okay. Were you able
So
to?
my wife, y'all know I'm crazy as hell. And my wife said, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm having a bad connection.
That's
I
okay.
see that one more time.
Were you able to see? Were you at the Saturday meeting? Were you on last Saturday?
Oh, I was. It was fantastic. Yes, ma'am. It was fantastic training.
Did you have any aha moments?
What did I leave with?
What did you get out of it?
I did. And, well, first of all, the presentation was incredible. And it just flowed so smoothly. And so I think now with my presentations, those that I can get, I think I'm going to do like a Zoom call with a screen share and go through the presentation that way.
Okay, so how are you going to do it?
Hold on just a second. Let me take off my earbuds. I'm sorry. Hold on.
So that's a good topic to talk about. Okay, so we have the PDF, right?
Okay, here I am.
For those of you that are going to be doing presentations, you can do it two ways. you can email them, you know, the PDF. And then when you're talking to them, they can be seeing it. They can be seeing the slides while you're on the phone with them. You can get them on Zoom. Zoom is free, by the way. It's especially, you know, it's just one-on-one. You can, if you want to, you can learn how to do a Zoom. How are you planning to do it, David?
I'm going to do Zoom as often as I can. You know, there's it's a. I feel like you're really having you're meeting them.
Yes.
You know, when I'm talking to somebody and I can see them and I can feel their personality and everything, I feel much more comfortable with them and more confident in what they're saying. So I'm going to do as many Zoom presentations as I can, because then I can share my screen and they can follow along with me. And then I'll use the footer notes, you know, as reference points when we're going through the presentation. I think it's huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people are visual. Now, I started actually doing Zoom meetings and doing presentations a month ago. I was doing a lot of testing. One of the issues I was running into is that some people, especially the young crowd, they're like, can you just text me? Can we just meet? Can you just, you know, can we just meet on the phone? Some people are just don't have time. Maybe I don't know what. I don't know what they don't. Why they
That's
don't.
true. That's
Some
true
of
in
them don't
these
want to
days.
do a Zoom meeting, and that's
Mm.
fine. You know, but the ones that said yes, I will do a Zoom meeting. I had to go and schedule the time and say, okay, you know, when's a good time for you? And they're like, okay, well, at this certain time. Then I had to make sure that I was there. So it's
Right.
a little bit, to me, it was a little bit more coordination, but it's a visual thing and they can see it. And you're right. It's like if you're meeting them face to face and you have, you know, I think you have better conversations that way.
You're doing it. You know, it's the only thing is if you get in touch with somebody and then schedule a Zoom, sometimes you risk losing them. So you really got to kind of use your discernment. Hey, do I need to go ahead and do a presentation now over the phone? Or would this be someone who, you know, I always like to ask, you know, are you more of a visual person like myself? And if they say yes, then I will do, and I do this with my clients with the travel agency. That's how I started it. Then I'll hop on Zoom and have a conversation. But if I feel like I might lose them, you know, because it's hard to get anybody on the phone now anyway, Janie. You know, I am, Kathy, you'll be proud. I've been calling my leads, but I've gotten probably out of 50 people I've called, I've talked to 2. And the other 48 were voicemails.
Are you texting them also, David? Because some of them do respond to the text. That's the world we live in today. You know, when
Yeah, immediately when I hang up, I immediately text them. But what I have found, Kathy, on a lot of the self-serve leads, there are actually landlines.
Really?
And my texts get returned, you know, rejected. Yes,
I
ma'am.
get some once in a while, but most of them I get is cell phone.
Yeah, and so that's what I've tried to do, but I do get some return. This is a landline. Another issue or something else that I've experienced, and I shared this with you on chat the other day, Janie, I'm coming across more and more people who don't do social media. And I think the real people, real results group is something that's so imperative for people to see. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, what information is best to send to someone via email or via text that doesn't do any social media. Even Dakota, he's 24, and he doesn't have a Facebook account, never has.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just talking to a lady. She's you know, she's 60, and she is not on social media. You know, and she's like, I said, well, are you open to learning how to, you know, how to open a Facebook account? She said, well, I think I have one. I just never use it. But you're right. There's a lot of people that don't have social media.
Well, my next door neighbors, you know, they've been watching me, and she's interested. They've just invested thousands and thousands of dollars in their house, and So, but she does do email. And so I asked her, I said, are you on Facebook? Because there's a lot of things I'd like to show you. And she said, no, me and John don't do social media.
Yeah.
They're both teachers.
Yeah.
A couple that I met at BJ's on the water aisle. You want to find people, go to the water aisle. And I had bought like 4 cases of Deer Park water. And I was talking to this couple, and they both have health issues. They're probably almost 70. And they were telling me they had lost like 25, 30 pounds in the last month. I don't know what they're doing because I didn't get into all that, but their biggest concern was gaining it back. So I got real quick, I got his number, text him real while we were standing there, got his contact information. Now I'm having a hard time getting back in touch with them, but there again, no social media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's something that
Dave,
we really need to, I think, Jenny.
Dave, do you use the Penny app?
Which video are you talking about?
The Penny
Yeah,
app.
I used the one with the couple. I have not gotten to the point to where I have gotten the premium edition yet.
The Penny app has videos in there that you can send to any one of your contacts. And for those that are not on Facebook, you can share these videos with people. That's what
Oh wow!
That's what I do.
Yeah. And if
So
you
just text it to them?
if you don't have the Penny app, you can just go to Vimo.com and you can type Isogenic, and there's pretty much all the videos that are in Penny are in Vimo. And if you go to YouTube.com and do a search for Isogenic,
I've seen a lot of stuff there.
Pull all the videos too.
Now I have the Penny app. I just haven't upgraded to the premium edition.
Yeah.
So I do have it, and that's something I am going to do. I just haven't had an opportunity to yet.
But then definitely, you can save from on YouTube, or any kind of because I have on my phone too. I save even YouTube videos on Isagenix information, and I try to send a video no more than 3 minutes, because people's attention span, they don't want to watch a long video unless they ask for more information. But I'll do that too for those that are not on social media.
Okay, well, I don't know. This has happened twice because I'm constant. That's how I found that girl that I just fell in love with, whose testimony that I asked Janie to share was just searching YouTube videos. But when you type in Isogenics, you're going to come up, I think it's the second video, and it's this girl who does reviews.
Oh, they all have that, all the company. Yeah, so what I would do is just type Isogenic Corporation.
Okay.
So it can pull up just Isogenic Corporation.
Got you. Well, that girl's review was fairly well, except it's fairly good. And there were some products she didn't like. She lost a lot of weight though on her 30-day trial. She talked really bad about the snacks and a few other things, but she loved the shakes. But she refers anybody who's what she does is she refers anybody who's interested to her best friend. And I can't think of her name now, but I've heard her. She's one of the leaders in the company.
Oh, really? By the way, Vimo doesn't have that. So if you don't, this is one of the reasons why I don't like YouTube. I mean, I love YouTube, but then there's certain things I don't like about them, so I would use Vimo instead.
Okay. I haven't used Vimo a whole lot, but I certainly will start doing that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's the only thing is I don't want people going on, or when you send them a video from YouTube, when they get done watching it, it starts listening to all the other videos.
I know. That's why I try to grab the videos and I try to save them, and then I try to put them on Vimo. But I think Lori's here.
That's what I'll start doing.
Hey, Lori, did you want to, is Lori here? I thought I saw.
I'm here.
Hey, Lori.
Hey.
David was just sharing what he got out of Saturday's meeting, and what were you able to watch the meeting?
I watched the first part of it. I told Christy today I'm losing my mind. I'm studying. We have our annual test Thursday, so I'm losing my mind trying to, because it's pass or fail. So pray for me all. Anyway, I did watch it first. It was so good. I think the piece that the concept or what they were trying to get across was the personal development piece, I think, for me up front. And just the whole idea. And if I've heard it one time, I've heard it 100 times. Just, you guys are constantly making us hear it, but being consistent. Even if you can't do much, do something, so that you're always swimming forward instead of, if you're trying to tread water in a river, you're not going to be treading, you're going to be going backwards. You have to be treading and at least moving something forward, even if it's just a few texts or a few phone calls. And right now, with the way my life is the last couple weeks, it was good to hear that. I just needed to get that back in my head and do it. The other thing that really stuck out to me, and again, if you guys haven't done it, I don't know how many times I can say it from the rooftop, you've got to go listen to Michael's website, themichaelklaus.com. Because what you heard him do on Saturday was just a piece of what is inside of that man. He is brilliant. And that website takes you from, hi, I just signed up, to growing and personal development and additional information on, and it's all isogenics based. And so he says it over and over in there, and they said it on Saturday. The 100 calls that are real conversations is the magic point. And I know for me, I haven't had 100 real conversations. I've had a lot of phone calls and a lot of, yeah, no, or yeah, maybe, or send me some info or whatever. But the real conversations are coming now. I think Winnie and I have been talking a little bit, and I think it's, you were talking about the presentation. We're starting to get the script down inside of us, and it's becoming part of who we are as we talk versus trying to just fill them with the information. And the magic key to opening that door is, what would you like to know first? And I'll tell you, I shared it with Kim when I first started using it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a electric can opener versus a manual can opener. It's just that quick and easy. And people are like, oh, like they don't expect that. They expect you to dump them full of information and present everything. And so, I know I'm not there yet. I know this is, a rebuild and starting from the ground up, but I've never been more excited than I have probably since when I started with you guys with the last company. So I'm geeked because I know this works. I know that, the tools they're giving us, and, as short time as we've been here, all the good stuff that they've given us has been absolutely amazing. So I'm just geeked. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, I know it was so good. We were just very impressed, and they're going to do it every week. I think they're going to be doing those presentations, and the academy next month too as well, October the 17th. They're going to have another academy, so we will be there. But I just love that we're getting trained by millionaires. People that have been there, done that. So I'm very excited. And normally they have like a company event, but because of the pandemic, we didn't go in July. But next year, oh boy, I know we're gonna be ready to go. We're gonna be, just meet people, and we're getting to meet all these people online. Next year, we get to meet them in person, so that's gonna be so amazing. So thank you for sharing, Lori, and David. Thank you for sharing as well. Let me see. Does anyone else want to share anything about Mona? Are you there? Do you want to share anything? I think Mona Brickley's here. I know she was watching with her daughter. I love when mother and daughter teams, or or mom or sons, and any.
Hi, Jamie. What was that address? The website that she was saying is
Michael Klaus.
Yeah, Michael Klaus, just his full name.com.
Oh, okay. Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on that call. I thought it was excellent. The part that I loved the most was when they were saying how you could just share it right then and there from your phone instead of waiting to go back and send it. I like that part.
Yeah.
That was good.
All right.
I took a lot of notes. It was excellent.
I know. I want to go and watch it. Like when I go for a walk, I want to be listening to it. When I'm on the treadmill, I'm going to be listening to it. It's like, the more we hear it over and over and over and again, it's gonna all click in.
Yeah, I downloaded it so I can listen, and I downloaded the presentation immediately, and then I added in my notes and the everything that I wanted to remember right then on that paper, and then I sent one to myself so that I could share with other people. So I'm excited over that as well.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Yeah. I think anybody else want to share anything about the meeting? Just know that, everything we do here, it works. You never have to worry about the company. I was talking to a lady today, and she was talking about, her company, laid her off and all this stuff. And I said, you don't have to worry about that here in Isagenic. I mean, this company is so solid. I mean, it's going to be here for generations to come. For our grandchildren, Kathleen. Now I can't believe that. I'm just still in shock. So just know that, when you first start, we gotta become very good at our presentation, texting, but if we do this over and over and over and again, eventually we're all going to become very good at it. And it's going to pay off, just like with Lynn. She said the first year, Janie, I really worked it. But it's that whole year, it really set me off financially, just from, being very consistent and working with the team. As soon as she said, as soon as I enroll somebody, I just say, I would just transition into like, great, would you like for me to show you, how you can make your money back? And then just, let them start, working about, let's go get your 2 and then work with those people. So once we start doing that over and over and over and again, we'll get really great at that too. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, and want to thank you everyone for sharing what you got out of last Saturday's meeting. And I'm going to be working tonight. I'm going to be texting. I'm trying to keep up with the Kathy Canero's texting queen over there. And we're going to be texting. Our goal is to invite as many people as we can on Thursday. And we're just, because I know without a shadow of a doubt, they're going to do a great job. So we're going to invite them. All right. So thank you guys. As always, let me know if you guys have any questions, and let me unmute everyone so we can say goodbye. I think I unmuted. All right. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh, I hear you.